April 9th in New York City. Vlad TV Live featuring Lord Jamar. Watch the interview taping in person and get a chance to ask your own questions. Get your tickets now at vladtvlive.com. Last year, when Meek Mill was beefing with Drake, when Meek dropped his diss record, you gave Meek the Donkey of the Day.
Yes, I did.
What did you think about Meek's newest diss record?
I thought Meek Mill's newest diss record was fire, and I thought it was 6 months too late. If Meek would have put that out 6 months ago, he would have changed the whole complexion of the conversation. I don't even think it would have gotten as bad for Meek Mill as it did if he'd have put out that War Pain record 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting point.
And you know, I think finally for the first time in this little situation, it seemed like Meek may have outsmarted Drake, because the record that Drake put out, Summer 16, which is also a very dope record, it sounds like Meek was replying directly to him.
Yeah, that was kind of weird, wasn't it? Because he actually was quoting lines from that record. But then again, he put it out after Drake. So if you really think about technology these days, he could have heard it and 5 minutes later laid it down.
It really just came. I mean, it came out like 15 minutes later. You got to mix it. You got to master it. And then, I mean, even if, no matter what the case was, the way Meek played it was dope, because he put out the little picture talking about your ghostwriter told me. Yeah. So you're keeping that over Drake's head. You're keeping that asterisk over his head, you know? And the public is so fucking dumb. They don't know, so they're like, I told y'all you got a ghostwriter. Meek heard the record beforehand, yada, yada, yada. Whatever it was well played.
Right, because he was, I guess, referring to comparing himself to Hov and that stuff like that.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, I honestly feel like both of them should leave it alone at this point. Because, you know, Drake runs the risk of violating Law 47 and the 48 Laws of Power.
Which is stop when you win.
Never go past the mark you aim for in victory.
Right.
Know when to stop, because you'll end up taking on more enemies than you can defeat.
Yeah, right.
And a lot of times, you know, when you win, you get big-headed.
Yeah.
You feel good, you know what I'm saying? So you start you taking on all challenges. And I mean, that's kind of what he did in Summer 16, you know, saying he used to want to be signed to Rockefeller, but then he turned into Jay.
Oh, yeah.
I understand what he's saying, but you got to understand how that could be took.
Yeah, you're taking a shot at Jay-Z.
I mean, you could be taking a light shot at Jay.
You're taking a shot at Jay-Z.
And hip-hop be like, nah, bro, you ain't Jay.
Yeah.
You're Drake, which is fine.
He even, you know, and he didn't name Tory Lanez's name in the record, but people are saying that, you know, he's talking about Tory Lanez.
That don't even matter. He can do that all day. Yeah, you're supposed to talk that talk. That is the absolute truth. I'm sure all these new rappers from Toronto want to be Drake a little. Like, it's impossible for them not to be. So that's fine. You can own that. But when you come at Jay, and then when you say the thing about Kanye, you got a bigger pool than Ye.
Yeah, you know, you took a shot at Kanye, right?
It's like, relax, yo. You've never made a college dropout. You've never made a late registration. You've never even gotten a Kardashian pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like relax. And then when you say, you know, I'm not even from down here, but y'all let me run it around here.
Yeah, you kind of, you know, he lives right by me, and you know what I'm saying, like in LA, in the valley. So it's kind of like, yeah, comments like that kind of irk people the wrong way.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, you don't get it. People can switch on you just that fast.
Yeah.
That's the era we live in.
Oh yeah, a bunch of LA dudes will be like, fuck it. Oh, you say you run it down here? You're gonna get mobbed every time you go out in LA.
Or anywhere. All these people that's rooting for Drake now be like, man, you know what? Fuck him, yo.
Yeah.
That Meek shit is hotter. War Pain is hotter. Meek's from America, Philly. Nothing more American than Philly, man. Fuck these Canadians. Like, that's how shit can change just that fast. Yeah. But that's why you don't go past the mark you aim for in victory. Know when to stop.
Oh yeah, and you know, like 48 Laws of Power was a book that changed my life.
Mine too.
And that particular rule was something that I had definitely had violated previously to reading that book. And once I read that book, and it said, once you win, you stop.
Listen, that's why you don't hear me. I don't mention no other fucking radio stations no more.
Yeah, once you win, you stop. And it's so almost human to want to spike the ball and rub their face in it and do all this fuck shit.
And then you get a motherfucking penalty.
Yeah, and then exactly.
You know what I'm
get
saying?
a penalty,
Then you get a
and
penalty.
then you churn. And you know something? The person who you beat will actually have more respect for you. because you didn't rub their face in it, because you just walked away. And you potentially could turn that enemy into a friend later on. But if you keep rubbing their face in it, motherfuckers will be like, fuck it, fuck it. Life in prison, I don't give a fuck.
Drake, you got that body with Meek. But now you're giving that body life again.
Yeah.
Because now we want somebody to root for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, oh, you feeling yourself, huh? You the new Jay? You're not Jay. Listen, I don't even like when people compare themselves to those legends. Those are big Tims to fill. All right. The thing about Jay is a legend. He's a god. He's a bar. You should aspire to be on that level, but you're never going to be Jay-Z.
Never?
No, nobody is. That's why it's only one Jay-Z. It's like there'll never be another Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant is great, but he's Kobe Bryant. LeBron James is good, but he's LeBron James.
You're saying there'll never be another rapper with the impact of a Jay-Z?
Probably not. Because you got to think about it like this. Guys like Jay-Z kick the door down. You only kick the door down once, Vlad.
Yeah, but
you only kick the door down once.
Right, but you could kick down a bigger door.
What's the bigger door?
There's always a bigger door. There could potentially be someone who ultimately their career is better than Michael Jordan's.
All right, let me ask you a question.
There could be someone that could have a bigger musical impact than Michael Jackson.
There could be, but what's bigger than right now? What's bigger than what Dr. Dre has done?
No,
Diddy.
I'm not talking about right now. I'm talking about in the
Jay-Z.
future. Yeah, in the future.
Musically, I don't see what somebody could do. I'm being honest with you. I just don't see it.
Michael Jackson made a bigger musical impact than Jay-Z.
Yeah, but Michael Jackson was before Jay-Z, Vlad. Michael Jackson made a bigger musical impact than everybody.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Nobody's gotten close.
There could be someone in hip-hop that will end up being
I doubt it.
a more impactful figure than Jay-Z.
I doubt it. Nobody will ever sell 300 million records again off one album. That's not happening, especially in this day.
Well, he didn't sell 300 million.
Who?
Michael Jackson did not sell 300 million.
How much is something? That's some crazy ass number like that?
30 million.
You sure?
Yeah.
I thought it was in the hundreds. You sure, yo? I thought it was like some astronomical number. What is Thriller's album sales?
The albums sales. Estimated to have sold 65 million copies worldwide.
Okay, that's a lot.
Although there's some estimates to be 110 million. Okay, maybe.
Yeah, I know it was in the 100 million.
We're both wrong, but...
Yeah, but nobody's doing that again. Like, it's just not happening. Not in this day and age of how music is distributed and how music is bought. Like, Michael's bar is set.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the Eagles actually sold more albums than Michael Jackson in the 20th century.
Not off one album.
Off one album.
Which one album was that?
Eagles' greatest hits.
How much did they sell? Because I thought Thriller was the highest selling album ever.
The list of best-selling albums of all time, 29 times platinum.
So did Michael got sold more than him?
We're talking about worldwide sales. See, the problem is that outside the U.S., it's not really tracked very carefully.
Oh,
this is what
well,
happens. Yeah.
I just thought Thriller was the greatest selling album of all time. But all I'm saying is nobody will ever do that again. Just like nobody will ever go under.
I mean, ultimately, Thriller went 32 times platinum. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's very close.
Just like nobody, like LeBron James will never be Michael Jordan for one reason. Michael Jordan is 6-0 in NBA Finals.
Right.
LeBron's 2-4.
Right, but someone can go 10-0 in the NBA Finals.
Steph Curry might.
See what I'm saying?
He might. And then we're talking about something.
Then we're talking about something. This is what I'm saying. It could happen.
But
you know, human history, recorded human history, is still very new.
This is my thing with Drake. Drake's what? About to be on his 6th, 7th album, right?
Something like that, yeah.
By the time Jay was on his 6th, 7th album, Jay had about 3 classics under his belt already. 3 classic albums. Even Kanye, by Kanye's 6th album, we can argue Kanye maybe had 4 out of 5 classics. College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, 808 and Heartbreaks, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. We can argue that 4 out of those 5 are probably classic albums.
I would say as a body of work, Kanye has a better body of work than Drake.
Without question. So does Jay-Z. But people are not gonna give him that because Drake is the hot guy right now. But we know because we're older, we've got more history to gauge.
Yeah.
That's why you can't really argue with kids when they talk about who their favorites are because they don't have much to compare it to.
Him kind of crying and me crying, so you know what I mean, it was no more words. A couple of days later they tell me he died.
How did you feel when they said that? I mean, did you know that he was gonna die when you saw the tubes? No? You thought he would just pull through?
Give me a second.
To go through all you went through and your end result is being killed in a drive-by, affiliation is like way beyond the aspect of because you could have been here and left a way better mark.